What's up, gamers? Welcome back to the Half-Baked Podcast. My name's Nicholas DeOrio. This is episode 3, and I'm joined by the Lord Vega, Turkey Tom, and our special guest, John Swan.
Hey!
Really bringing in the big guns early. What's going on, John?
Hi, I don't know why I'm here, to be honest. This is not what I wanted to do today, but I was dragged in here by you, and now I suppose I got to do it. So that's
very excited. I love it when the guests are excited.
Imagine waking up at 3 a.m. to do a podcast on StoryFire with less than 1,000 followers.
This is not.
Imagine.
This is not how I want to spend my 3 o'clock.
The things you do. First, you give Nicholas, a platform for your video, and then it bombs.
Yeah, dude. He just
you come on our podcast that no one watches.
By the way, I just want to mention at StoryFire, I noticed that 50% of the people who watch each of the episodes are not subscribed to our account.
That is everyone is saying that right now. It's such a every fucking
Dude, but it's so
channel.
true. We're outperforming fucking Drama Alert on StoryFire right now. We're the kings of the platform.
Yeah, but this is a StoryFire exclusive.
No, Keem gets like 5 or 6K views.
Yeah, but you also gotta consider that nobody knows who the fuck we are.
We're new blood. We're the kings of StoryFire.
Just proclaim it. What do you think,
Dude,
John Swan?
I am the king of
StoryFire,
StoryFire, ladies and gentlemen.
John Swan, have you listened to any one of the podcasts, and what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been very busy. And
Get him out of here! Get him out of here!
See any episodes?
Well, John, there's good reason why you hadn't watched it. We were making our video that got demolished in the algorithm.
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
How many views did it get? Like,
well,
50K?
it's 50K now. I'm hoping it'll pick up. We'll see. What
do you think happened, John? What do
I think happened?
Yeah, explain the conspiracy.
Well, you gotta understand the pedophile cabal at YouTube just drove it right into the ground.
Oh my god, this is
Hashtag
the QAnon.
answer us, PedoTube. Where are our views?
Are you calling someone in the video a pedo?
No.
Not this time.
No,
Not this time. No, I don't know what happened. It's very weird. The stats on it are very good, as in the audience retention. CTR is even better than the last upload. It's everything you would normally expect is on par, if not better than previous videos. And then just YouTube just decided after the first hour that they would just not show it to anyone. It seems like people that were subscribed and people that were not subscribed have been affected. It's very weird. I don't know why.
Right.
They hate me or something. I don't know.
I mean, as you said on Twitter, it seems that you're not the only one.
I am not the only one. It seems like this is widespread. Some people are affected, some people are not. It's very, very weird. It doesn't seem to discriminate on commentary content either. So if people wanted to, speculate and say, "Oh, YouTube is killing commentary, they're killing us all," I don't think that's what it is. I think it's just it's everyone, all genres.
Looking at Tro's channel, I mean, he has almost 1 million
Aubrey.
subscribers. Jay Aubrey's not doing that bad, but
No,
Tro
dude,
has
look at his views. He was
900K.
getting 500 to 800K. Now he's down to 300 this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, for his channel size, that's not terrible. I mean, the right opinion, if you look, he has almost 1 million subscribers, and he's pulling the same views as Jay Aubrey with his last video.
Yeah.
It's not good. I
weird to see.
actually pulled up the stats for Tro's channel, and I looked yesterday, 5 hours into the upload, and that video should have had about 35,000 more views. That was compared to his last upload. So I looked and I pulled up the hourly stats on vidIQ, and I looked. Something is wrong here. Just Destiny or Destiny is also his last video also bombed the same. This is my worst video since I had 10K subs.
This is a plague that began. This is a plague that actually began when I uploaded my first video. I've seen this trend the whole time for years.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
So finally, everybody else is getting affected by this.
Yeah, the small YouTubers who get 5 views on their 5
Hypothetically,
channel.
maybe something's not broken at YouTube. Maybe, I don't know, COVID lockdown started to end and people are kind of fucking bored of it.
Have they though? They're still pretty much going on.
I don't really feel like it. It's over, but it's not over. I think people are out going to bars and shit way more than they were.
Dude, I went out Halloween, and my downtown in my town was fucking packed, dude. Lines around the corner.
100 trick-or-treaters, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but I don't think our audience is going out to the bar. They're probably not let in the bar.
No, I think they're hanging out with their friends again. I think they're getting in trouble, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
High school shit.
Yeah, maybe. Perhaps, I don't
think
know.
people
We'll
are really
see,
over it. Like, I know, like, in the UK, they're going into a second lockdown now, and people are like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like, they're not happy. And I don't think a lot of
just
people
go
are going to pay
die.
attention to it.
Yeah, I'll just go die. I don't care. Cough in my mouth, bro. I'm
Like-
not staying inside another minute.
Everyone's really fucking sick and tired of it.
Wow, Jesus, we can call this
yeah.
the half-based podcast. What the fuck?
We should die from COVID. This is the real. Just kill off the weak and elderly.
Well, maybe COVID is what killed our views on our last video.
I blame COVID. It makes more sense, I think.
I blame the coronavirus. I blame China because they're the ones that brought the coronavirus. So it's actually China. It was Chinese interference on the Deji video.
I feel like there are so many people that are watching YouTube though. I feel like
you're right.
I don't know. Even like I just don't think I don't know. I think it must be some election type stuff.
I have no idea.
Maybe I read too much. Like maybe I'm reading too much poll around the election, looking at how they're suppressing us in the algorithm.
They did just put out a recent, and this isn't entirely related, but they just put out a new policy update saying that if you don't use your community tab or your videos, one or the other, in 6 months they can just remove your monetization.
Yeah,
so guys
I don't know
Colossal
if
could
that's. I
just
don't know if that's
Better
new.
get that
I think
going.
it was implemented a few months ago, but people only found out about it now because
I think
it was
6
6
months.
months
They
ago
also-
when they
I
introduced it.
thought it was a bit
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw there was some new policy about like talking negatively about other creators. And it's funny. I got messaged by a pretty big YouTuber who, I shouldn't say who it is, but I will say that I'm not completely sure if I trust what they're saying due to their track record with telling the truth. But they told me that.
Oh yeah, this
I
is what he
was-
hit to me last
okay.
episode. I know exactly who it is, and I can totally just blow him up. But yeah,
Yeah, but they, according to them, they had some call with their YouTube rep, where the YouTube rep accidentally slipped out that YouTube is keeping an eye on commentary channels. So, I mean, I'm not trying to make.
I'm
any
shocked,
accusations,
dude.
it's
Wait,
kind
you
of
think
an
they're
interesting thing to
specifically
throw into the
looking at the
mix.
people like after? Oh god, dude, it's
After the Ethan Klein stuff, I think they all.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely like trying to.
I don't think it's after Ethan Klein. I think they've been looking at commentary.
No, I
for a
agree. They
long
have,
time.
but I think that was a huge.
for a
deal.
long time.
That was-
Since the days of
Not only
Leafy was
that,
causing problems.
The James Charles thing probably put everybody under a microscope.
No, I agree. They've been looking at commentary for a long time, but are you going to say that like they haven't like been keeping a closer eye on the community ever since that shit happened? I mean, that was terrible press for YouTube as a whole. I mean, that entire situation was like the most toxic drama we've had in years.
And with
Keem
who?
and Ethan.
With H3 and
Keem,
Keem.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, it's because of those two though.
Yeah.
Doing it. They were the ones doing all that shit.
Look, they are probably keeping an eye more than they were before. I don't think that's far fetched to say, but I also don't think they're killing commentary because commentary is still getting views. Like it doesn't like some people now are affected by this weird glitch, but it's not discriminatory against commentary channels. Like it's everyone. It doesn't discriminate against genre. So that's what it's my weird thing is like if they were trying to kill off commentary, they would have already done it, right? Like that, it would have already happened. So that's why I don't think it's trying to that they're killing us off or anything. And also, it's like our videos are monetized. Like, why would they monetize our videos if they don't want to show it to people? Like they could just.
Well, I don't think it's like that
Yeah.
either. I don't think it's. We can't say there's a difference between shit talking and then actual critiquing, right? So if you're in the realm of shit talking and you're just shitting on someone and there's no critiquing in there, then fucking maybe they might be singling out your channel and kind of fucking with it. I don't know how that works. Nick, you're a fucking coder. Does that work? Could they do
Well, I
something
have
like
no
that?
idea
That's
how
all
these
possible.
algorithms are made.
I don't think it was like
Okay.
a conscious like manual decision though. Like to like. Go
I think it's
after us.
creator
I
to
think they
creator.
made some
I think
site.
they look into the
I think-
creators.
Really?
I would agree with that.
I
Yeah,
think
I'd
they
agree
made
with
some
that.
site-wide change, and that's what we're dealing with right now. I think there's some
There
like.
could also be like probationary periods to where it's like, okay, this guy, like say John Swan, right? He's getting really hot, but he's fucking with people that we don't want him to fuck with. So I don't know, give him like 30 days where he's kind of out of recommended and all that bullshit, and return him. You know what I mean? I have it automatically return him there. I don't know
again,
if that's
John,
possible,
you-
but I don't think that's far fetched.
John, if me and you have problems with our uploads, I don't think it's really that like crazy, considering neither one of us have uploaded for the better part of 2 months.
Yeah, look, I don't know. Like, you would expect like an upload maybe to not do amazing, but you wouldn't expect it to tank in the way that this did. Like, this was like bad. Like, it was astronomically level.
You're pretty much guaranteed
astronomical levels of
minimum
bad.
like 200K on an upload compared to everything
Like,
you're getting.
yeah, like
I mean
this
that's like super low. That
it's
I'm giving you there,
really like YouTube just aren't recommending it. Like this, it's just not being recommended like at all.
They can't recommend everything,
Well, I mean,
John.
I'm looking at this video, and
Jesus.
this is less than something I think I would have pulled if I uploaded it to my channel.
Yeah. like this, yeah, it is being
And John
it
is
being
like
tanked.
6 times the size of me.
Yeah, it's something's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I recently uploaded, and it didn't do as good as I thought it was going to do, but it did certainly way
Yeah,
better than
it's-
what John has, and his video isn't being recommended
yeah,
at all.
It's just like not.
My video was actually demonetized after the fact. Well, not demonetized, but it has no ads running on it because of a
Oh,
copyright claim. But it's getting recommended
Yeah,
more
I mean,
than your
copyright
video.
claims are fine
so,
because they
I mean,
still that's still being monetized somewhat.
It's actually not. They want no ads on the video.
What?
The policy.
Oh
yeah.
no, this specific one said no ads, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, ads won't play. This video can't be monetized. That's what they hit him for. But I'm pretty sure nobody in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
audience
that's what
gives
it
a
is.
shit about this fucking like AdSense lingo anymore. I think we put enough in there.
No, I think people are sick about hearing about. I think
I could
people are
talk
sick
about
of
this till the
hearing
cows come home.
Where's
but
my
nobody-
my
yeah.
advertisements?
They just want more content to be made.
Just get sponsored. Get sponsored.
Yeah, this
like
is
me.
the issue, Tom. When you're
Like you.
sponsored, and the
ExpressVPN.
video does shit, the sponsor doesn't come back, Tom. This is the problem.
Yeah, John had a
Yeah, I
sponsor
mean-
on that too.
That's why you sign a large contract, so they have to pay you like 8 times in a row, no matter
Yeah,
how
well,
bad
this
your
is,
video
you
does.
can't. Yeah, it means it won't come back. This is the issue. Now, what I've got to do now is for the next video, if this one doesn't pick up, I've got to get the next video. I've got to do another read for them, and I'm basically not going to be get paid anymore because it'll be like the make do. Because I was supposed to hit much higher views than what I got.
Was there a requirement like 100K for whatever they were paying you?
There wasn't a requirement on the contract, but it was kind of like an unwritten requirement of like at least like 400,
Yeah.
450,000,
Yeah, there's always one of those.
something like that. So, yeah, it was supposed to hit around there. Yeah.
If I would have done an ad for you, you would have gotten 3.2 million views.
Oh,
That's crazy.
should have just gone Vegas.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, would have made
Oh,
all the
man, that's
difference.
Wait, now John, you do have a network.
I have a manager. Yes.
Yeah. Has he said anything about this? Like, what does he think?
Well, actually, he did say something about it. I told him like 2 days after the video was up, like, there's something going wrong with this video. Like, something is wrong. This is not normal. And then he gets back to me the next day. He was like out the previous day, and he calls me, and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck is going on with your video? Like, I've never seen this before. Something is going on." Like, that's what he said to me. He's like, what is
This man
going
is
on?
clearly American.
Yeah, well, yes. This is it.
It's a good accent. Go ahead, keep
Thank
going.
you.
What is going on with your video?
What's happening
John
with this
Swan?
video, John Swan?
What's going on with them views? They're really down yonder.
Vega, do the white
I
people
already
voice.
bought an 8-ball of Coke. This is not acceptable, sir. You need to pull more views.
No. He looked at it. He's like, "This is something's gone wrong here." So yeah, he's hit up someone at YouTube, and they've got to get back to him. But apparently, the whole of YouTube took the day off for election day. So I haven't heard anything back.
Oh my god.
Like, no one's working on election day. No one, like, I assume the engineers are working, but none of the like support people are working.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we'll have to
you're kind
see.
of fucked for now. I hope
hope.
the next one does better. Yeah.
We can
Do you think YouTube just goes on autopilot sometimes? It just
Yes.
like they just hit a button and everyone's just like, "All right, we're going home for the day, guys," and like 6 people get terminated instantly.
Honestly, the election with election day, they definitely went on autopilot. So yes, there has to be periods where they do.
So hey, okay, fuck all that. John, what do you got? What is next on the John Swan docket?
Well, we've got 2 more Deji videos. That's
2 more Deji
2 more
videos.
Deji- one on-
What are they?
one on Nick's
is there
channel,
anything you could
and
tell us
then-
about them?
Oh well, the third video is going to be quite interesting. The third video is going to be.
But the
quite
second one, don't watch.
Yeah, don't watch the second one.
Yeah, I
Right?
think it was going to be shit. That's why you put it on Nick's channel.
Oh,
I'm joking.
Makes sense.
No, it's going to be good.
He's
but
not
I reckon
joking.
The third video is going to be the best one in the series. We're saving
That's
up.
the one that people are looking at. If you're looking for the
Interesting.
allegations of subbotting and you want to see like what happened to that, because surprisingly, most of the videos on that subject have been deleted from YouTube.
I wonder why. I can't imagine why.
So we've
why
got
that
we've got a
was.
lot of build up going on now. I see some anticipation. And when are these videos going to be out?
If the whole saga will be done by the end of this month because it has to be because of
Are
contractual.
the videos
obligations.
written?
No.
oh wow.
Well, I mean,
I'll
good
probably
luck getting that
we
next
can
one.
clip that
they
one
will
out of the
be out.
pocket.
Look, we didn't actually spend that long on writing the first video.
The first video really didn't take that long to make. Yeah, we
It was a
procrastinated
lot
hard.
of like just watching shit before the time and like researching and not actually writing
worst
anything
part.
down. But we've already done that now. I think we've done that for like all 3 videos. Like the first video, we kind of had to research for the whole series and not just for the first video. So it kind of took a lot of time out for doing that. But now I think it should go a lot quicker because we know what we're doing.
The thing
for
is,
next 2 videos.
we're not making an exposed video. We're making a series, right? So like the introduction for the first video is the introduction for the series. The themes that come out in the first video are gonna like remain being the themes in the next video. Honestly, in some ways, we're making the same video 3 different times with 3 different scenarios, and just watching how Deji does the same thing each time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
100%.
It's not like if he's gonna go out, because we've already talked about his neighbors. He's willing to go and do incredibly fucked up shit to like elderly people who aren't even on YouTube, not public figures and stuff like that. He's willing to pull every card in the book. If it's something that's gonna hurt Deji, he's gonna do anything in his power to destroy what's in front of him and look good in the end. And we're gonna find out in the next 2 videos that it's not just his elderly neighbor whose only crime was being bitten by a dog. It's his own brother. It's anybody who's critical of him. There is nowhere this guy would go that I think he would end up doing the right thing in a situation like that when he gets caught.
Yeah, I mean, the impression I got from your video and kind of the impression I had beforehand, but it was kind of just more solidified by your guys' research and your writing and take on it, was that KSI is the talented one, whereas Comedy Shorts Gamer is the kid that kind of saw what his brother was doing, rode on his coattails, and his brother was happy enough to let him tag along for a while, but eventually he stopped wanting to put up with his
Did you know
bullshit.
that they're not talking? Still?
I did. Yeah.
Like, still.
Still
They
not
haven't
talking.
been talking through Christmas all the way till now. They don't even talk. KSI recently went on Mom's Basement and said they like saw each other on Christmas and they didn't even speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they just like they
Yeah, that shit got
literally-
that serious, huh?
Yeah, they literally they were around each other. They just did not speak to each other. They didn't look at each other. They just stay out of each other's ways completely. Like they
Like,
did not
realistically,
speak.
he tried to smear his brother, Vega.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah,
He
that's
really
true. I do
did.
remember that, yeah.
like he tried to ruin his career basically. Like that was
Because
it-
over
yeah.
diss tracks. Like, imagine taking YouTube rappers seriously.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if you've seen it, but he made a YouTube diss track on his own brother, and he was just like, "You blocked your mom and dad!" Like, as one of the lyrics. It's just like, this is
Yeah.
fucking weird. Talking about, like, his abortions that apparently KSI had.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like all
You
the
went deep.
it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
all the videos were fake or whatever, with like little hints of what like really happens inside of the diss tracks, like Rhoda Shaw being a fucking drug addict, right? Isn't that the one?
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. But over in these things, Deji was like pretending he was like Eminem to the Source or like 50 Cent to Ja Rule. It was like really, only he couldn't rap. It was really bad. I don't know.
which is a key. It's a key factor. that you
Being
need
able
in
to
that.
rap is
What
a
is
big
it, like-
part of making a rap song.
Yeah.
Yes, and he can
What was
just
it like? You always say I'm lazy, and you're just killing babies or something. That was like the lyric.
My god. Oh my god.
Yep, that's the one.
So is it that it was a cruel thing, or was it just like too savage?
No,
to
it was
bring back a
cruel.
word?
It's just like I've never. Could you imagine like a legitimate rapper writing a diss track that your brother blocked your mom and dad on Twitter? And how could you stoop that low?
Yeah, I really wish we could go back to the days of I'm on a horse with KSI and Deji. Same video.
It's just like it's so
Really a classic.
cringy, dude. And like I don't know, like do you remember the hour-long videos they both put out around that time where like Deji copied Toddy Westbrook's James Charles's apology to
I remember the thumbnail
The
was like a
thumbnail's
carbon
the
copy.
Same thing. Yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, like, if these things are actually like traumatic experiences, you're being very serious. You guys have massive audiences. You're not looking to clickbait or put yourself and recommend it. You're just telling the truth that you know about the situation, about this person, and you're doing that exposure, right? Who the fuck sits down and takes the time to have like DMs that are crossed out and make a full-blown thumbnail for the shit And then Deji has less of an excuse. He's copying her because of the success of that video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she got like, what, 10, 20 million views on that motherfucker?
Dude,
And he was like close to 10 million subs. So if he dropped this, it could have put him over the edge, but it had the opposite effect. That's what I do remember.
I think one of the most fucked up things he did in that situation was talk about that girl that KSI slept with. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Vaguely, yeah.
KSI allegedly slept with a girl who had appeared in a few Deji videos, and Deji made it out to be like,
Yes, now I remember, yeah.
yeah,
Did he cuck him?
no, he essentially, apparently Deji was thinking that like, Deji said that he kind of like, he liked this girl a lot, and KSI fucked her, or whatever, and it was, he's always been so competitive. He builds this narrative that KSI was trying to be competitive and stuff like that, so he took his girl. KSI just said, like, dude, I met this girl at a concert. I had no idea she knew you. We went to a hotel. We had sex. That was the end of it. And then the girl came out and said, like, yeah, I was in videos with Deji, but he was dating, like, multiple girls at the time. I had never even considered the fact that, like, maybe, like, he liked me. He didn't treat me like a girl that he liked. He didn't treat me how I would assume he would treat a girl that he liked or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't even know if that's true. Like, this guy is just fucking mental, dude.
Damn.
Wait a
respect
minute.
KSI.
People are having casual sex? Don't tell anybody in commentary, boy.
Casual
You know
sex? Holy shit.
Wait a
All
minute.
of Tro's
Wait a
editors spring
minute.
into action.
It must be
Are
right.
you sure you don't mean rape? Are you sure you don't mean rape?
Wait, no.
Casual
So-
sex.
Once again, very serious video.
Oh, man.
Never thought I'd have to make this.
I think I do remember that part of KSI's video because I was like, well, finally somebody's fucking saying it, you know, like straight up. Because he was like, dude, I just met this girl. I thought she was a bird. Like, that's more, you know, kind of, I guess, ghetto lingo as far as like
Thought she
coming
was a
from
bird?
that side of things instead of, you know, being proper about it. You just keep like, she's a bird. Women are just as raunchy as us, by the way. So it's good that she came out and was like, yeah, we met, we fucked, and I didn't know you liked me. Sorry. You know, like, the guy made up this whole thing just to make his brother look bad. Do you think he meant it, or you think he set it up to make it look like that?
Oh, dude, is he that socially awkward that he didn't even realize? Like he like he
So
genuinely.
you think he was more like a?
Maybe, you know, that's a good point.
It could be.
He could be. I mean,
could be.
You know, I wouldn't. I would. It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me. Yeah.
Well, KSI is the guy that gets out there. He's the one
Yeah.
that's traveling.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing the
apparently
concerts.
Deji pulls like a shitload of girls. Like everybody says.
But how is he doing that? Is he doing
Money.
it?
He has
like
a lot of money. He
YouTube?
drove a
Money,
Lamborghini.
money.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, he's pulling the right girls for sure.
Yeah, I mean the new girl or whatever. I think he, like, I've seen thumbnails and shit like that where it's just like her holding her upside down, like pointing at her ass or whatever, going like, "This is how you fight a girl" or whatever. It's like super
Nice.
weird where he like grabs her tits and shit.
It looks like they uploaded a
He's
video
kind of like,
the other day.
he's been using her as like a light version of what Basher was doing with Clara Baby Legs.
Oh yeah.
This is like it's,
That was especially epic because they started dating when Clara was like 16. But
Oh.
either way.
Oh, were they?
Well, that just took.
Let's not
Deji
let's not
uploaded
go
a
down
video.
there. Let's not go down there.
Yeah.
Deji uploaded a video called "This Sucks." Is that about your video?
I
No.
watched
What's
it.
going
It's
on?
it's about coronavirus lockdown. So, yeah, and he,
Yeah, it looks like he's got "This Sucks."
But he doesn't want to catch
the
it
day
for
before
a second
that.
time, you know.
Well, he's got time to watch the trilogy now, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, now he's
finally.
stuck
Well,
in
there's only one
lockdown.
out.
I feel like he's already watched
day before
it.
that, he says-
Have we talked about this? No, we haven't. A lot of people posted the video to the Deji subreddit. I think there was about 4 posts. Every single post has been removed by either Deji or his moderators. The moderators
You think
on
he's seen it,
on
though?
his subreddit is Deji himself and 2 other guys. So it had to have been one of
saw it.
those 3 that removed the videos.
He must have seen it.
Well, wouldn't
Yeah, I mean,
it
he comes
say
across
which
like the kind of guy
person
who would be
removed it?
obsessed
It
with
tells you
that.
what mod deletes your stuff, I thought.
I don't think
I'm a
does.
Reddit expert, dude. I'm a epic 50,000.
I don't know shit about
Well,
Reddit.
maybe the person is it the person that posted it would tell you what mod deleted it? Because I think
Yeah.
Okay, I'd have to ask Bill Baines
I
then,
thought
because he
Bill
posted one of
posted
them.
one, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to ask him then. I don't think he said anything. He also uses Reddit a lot, so that's weird. Anyway, we'll see.
Who? What? Bill? Bill Baines?
Bill Baines.
Yeah, the one who sounds like
Bill
he's 7
Beans.
years old.
Shout out to Bill Baines. Shout out to Bill Baines.
He does sound like he's 7 years old.
Don't speak bad about my
Wait,
bro.
hot ones with my girlfriend, and in the thumbnail, it looks like his girlfriend's being like choked out.
She
the
uploaded
fuck
a
is going
video
on?
saying, "I can't believe my boyfriend did this to me," and she put makeup on her face to make it look like she got like assaulted.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wait, is
Oh
this the
my
girl?
God, dude.
Is this the girl who was like on on Twitter like defending
This
him?
is the girl who made a whole video responding
The video,
to Carlos.
the video responding to Carlos, and she also said, Deji knows how much sub-bots cost. It was a very funny moment there.
That was fucking hilarious, dude. Oh my god.
Dude, he didn't buy them, but he knows how much they cost, and he wouldn't have spent
Yeah,
money
Deji
on
knows exactly how much subbots cost. Why would he pay for that? Like, that's not a good argument. Ma'am, that's not a good argument.
That's weird that you said that because I have no idea, and I don't think anybody else does unless you go to the website. Crazy.
Yeah, it's like 5K to buy like 50K subs. That's how much. Well, that's how much that they said he bought them for. So
Chris Hansen's lawyers are listening. John knows exactly how much subs cost.
they're on me already,
Oh,
guys.
but speaking of Chris Hansen.
Oh yeah, dude,
what's-
John, this is the part of the show that you're gonna hate. All right, so can we finally figure out once and for all in the exclusive interview with John Swan on the Half Baked podcast, where is Chris Hansen Part 3? I know you've never answered this before.
Oh yeah, I've never answered it ever. It's been the first time I've ever talked about this. I know you guys have really been wondering. It's not like I've made.
Have you ever said publicly?
It's never
that you-
Yeah, like
not like
50
I've
times.
made 10 statements
Okay.
about it before. Chris Hansen Part 3 is delayed because my lawyers told me to delay the video until they could give proper counsel. So I delayed the video. And then by the time they came back to me and said, you can't really do anything about this Gene guy, then I was tired of the video and I didn't want to make the fucking video anymore because of all the shit that went down. So the video is currently delayed. Also because like my 14-year-old sister got doxxed and I'm kind of like not into making that video anymore. So yeah, that's for the video. That's where we're standing.
Are you gonna do part 3 after you finish? Like,
I might do it at some. Like I want to do it.
videos?
I want to do it still. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do it properly. And I may need to, before I do part 3, I may need to go after this Gene thing first. Because I watched Next Post video on this rabbit, the down the rabbit hole or whatever.
That was a really good video.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And that was literally
Right.
a video
You could
about this
re-emulate
stalker.
that.
That's what I was thinking after I watched that. I was like, wow, that is really like a really engaging way to talk about like an online stalker. And I could do that sort of thing with the
creative,
Gene
yeah.
thing. Like really make an interesting story about that. So I might do that. If it goes that way, I might do it that way. Even just to,
Right.
before I do Handsome Part 3 to kind of just explain why I delayed it and all that. So I might do that.
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious as to like the legal route. What exactly did your attorneys tell you?
Well,
Like, what's
If you
they,
could say.
they
problem
told
with-
basically
Yeah.
it was like they had to look over everything.
I guess for context, should we explain like who this Gene guy
yeah,
is? for people who
so
don't know?
Gene is he's working with Chris Hansen. I don't know if he still does. I would assume he does, but I'm not sure. He worked at least with Chris Hansen. I don't know where Hansen found him. He seems to hire very strange people. So he found Gene.
Right, but he's not like
No,
a YouTuber. He's just like some Twitter
He's
Discord
just some guy. Look, he's just some boomer, like a retired mechanic. Apparently, that's what he said. That he just sits on Twitter the whole day, creates like masses of alternate accounts and like spams your Twitter, and anyone that responds to your Twitter with just random shit like doxes and stuff like that. Like it's really just like low grade shit.
He had a thing called like Anonymous Gene's Grab Bag that was like a file
Oh, yeah.
filled with Onision's docs, his family's docs, his sisters who are hardly ever talked about, their docs,
Yeah.
the mother's docs.
Like auntie and uncle and something
a
as
list
well. I
of,
feel like
yeah, a list of like 500 accounts that have been mean to him, which he thinks are Onision alts and stuff like
Right,
that. Like he's a
right.
psychopath.
So this
Yeah,
guy-
absolutely nuts.
So this guy is like a psycho. He works with Chris Hansen, and then Swan, you
I
start
start making my
your
videos, and he
about
starts
Chris
popping
Hansen.
up like everywhere. And he went, oh, this guy's asked me. Then he starts like sending me threats about doxing me and shit. And I'm like, oh well.
Well, we were fucking with Gene like as far back as February.
Oh, yeah.
Like we all knew who Gene was
Right.
going into that. Gene popped up during the Shiloh drama actually with one of the Onision girls getting into an argument.
Yeah, I mean before John made his videos, he was in like the kind of anti-O
Oh, yeah.
community.
He was already around.
And, Nick, I know he was.
Yeah, I think
fucking
I already
with you
had
as well.
a video up talking about him. Actually, he's in my second
Right.
Hansen video.
yeah.
Okay, so he's fucking with you guys.
He's actually
you know,
the
harassing
guy
you guys.
who leaked the recording to Jay Aubrey and all the YouTubers that Hansen actually went to Onision's house before it was public.
Yeah, that was leaked to Big Money Onision first,
And
and
then
then Big Money
gave
posted
that.
it,
Right.
Yeah,
and then
and then he
spread it around.
actually
Yeah.
gave me a testimony that he got it from Gene.
Yeah.
Okay, so all this happens, and then all of a sudden, Swan, you start, well, not all of a sudden I should say, but Swan, you start announcing your videos, you start posting them, and then what's kind of like the peak of this conflict between you and
Well,
Gene?
then Gene, one day I was sitting down at my computer, and I see notifications popping up because this guy likes spam shit, and the name of the account is my real name, and he's put my area code in the bio, and I'm like, oh great, well, he's found me at last. Look, I'm generally pretty good with keeping my information private, but unfortunately in Australia, all our tax information is public information. You could just go search it. It's really dumb, but
Right.
you can, and so you can figure out the area code of someone and their real name. That's as much as they can find.
Sounds like America needs to
Okay.
go free your country.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
continue.
sad, but whatever, you know. Anyway, so he found that. He got the address wrong because he's dumb. So yeah, and then I moved as well, like after that. So good luck. But yeah, he found that, and then he found my school's yearbook is for some reason public on the internet. I don't know why that is, but they decided that it would be a good idea to do that. So he found pictures of my sister and started posting as well. So yeah, that was like, and then she's
Wow.
14 as well.
Okay.
So that's good. So when that happened, it was kind of like, that was kind of like the peak of this. So then my manager got to be in contact.
And this is after
This
part
was,
two,
I believe,
correct?
this was after part
that
two.
you're now.
Yes. So then my
Okay.
manager got me in contact with his the lawyers of the place that I'm with, and then they told me, okay, hold off on making any videos and just create a statement saying you're currently, you know, your legal counsel's looking into it, whatever. So I did that, and I didn't speak on Gene at all. Like even in live streams or whatever, I just I'm not speaking on this guy. I'm not doing anything until I get proper counsel. Basically, they looked into it and they basically told me you can't really do anything because you're international, first of all. So if you wanted to take action, it's going to be very difficult. Police don't really care about this shit because technically what he's doing is like on the line of whether it's illegal or not. Like he's not saying like, I'm going to go to your house and like murder your family. He's like just posting your information, which is like really scummy, but it's not like
Right.
explicitly illegal without a threat attached to it. So yeah, that's kind of where it was. And then basically they took a while to like look over everything. And then by the end of all of that, I was kind of just like really tired of making that video over again. Like I just didn't
Right.
want to. Like I'm sure you could imagine, you know, 14-year-old sister getting doxxed and all that shit. Like you're not really into making that video anymore. Like it kind of just drains you.
Yeah, I mean it's very stressful.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure you have to,
honestly,
like,
I
start
didn't
family
mind-
and stuff.
Terrible.
I didn't mind going after me, like, because I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, if you want to post my name, like, go for it. I don't give a shit. But it's when you start going after my family, that's when it becomes an issue. Like, I really don't care if they come after me. Like, that wasn't an issue. It was only until they started coming after my sister and shit.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure you didn't like it, but you weren't gonna
I
like.
didn't even mind. Like, it wasn't
make a
even
big
that
scene,
bad.
get legal
Honestly, dude,
contact.
I knew that shit was going to come out at some point. I knew my name because I knew that information was on the internet. I knew it was going to come out at some
Right.
point. I was just waiting for it when to come out. So I was already prepared.
Okay, so
I
by
didn't
the end of
really
this
care.
shit,
Honestly, I didn't really care that he came after me. I owned it on Twitter. I was
Okay.
like, whatever. Look, he's found me. I don't give a shit. But it was when he came after my sister. That was the issue. That was when I was like, okay.
You got
Yeah.
like a
And then
light
by the end of it,
dox,
you were
bro.
just
When
kinda
I got
done.
doxxed, they sent
Yeah.
me fucking 7 Qurans in the mail, dude.
Yeah, you
They
got
like
it
tried
bad.
to order shit to my house. I got death threats saying you're gonna like fucking like blow up my house on fucking Christmas and shit like that, or New Year's. I forgot
Yeah.
which one. But oh my god, you got. Well, I mean, the worst thing they did to you was with your sister and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I was getting calls for like
Yeah,
4 months.
Yeah, you got it back because they didn't find my address. So you know that was good. Also, you can't get swatted in Australia. Like it's
Yeah.
not a thing. So
Yeah, that's the other thing. Knock knock, Nick. I got that a couple of times, but I've been doxxed at least.
Do you
like,
guys not
5
have, like,
different
SWAT
people,
teams
15
there?
Different people. I had the cops come. I was like, yeah, this is a swatting risk or whatever. Da 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 da.
wait, John, why can't you?
Because they don't
swat?
just kick down fucking doors in other countries.
it's
It's
not a
just
thing.
America.
Yeah,
Like
it's really
Andy
just America,
Worski
that's
got a
it.
wellness check when Ian swatted him. They knocked on his door or whatever, shook the cop's hand or whatever. Yeah, it just doesn't happen anywhere else.
Yeah.
In New York, they're just like, oh, we gotta break down the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
yeah, it's just nothing.
Sounds pretty epic. So that's why we're
it's-
base.
So you guys are great. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't really get spottings here. I would assume
Yeah.
they do it in like extreme circumstances, but I've never heard of like any public figure getting swatted. It'd be especially difficult now because of where I live, but we won't go there. But yeah.
Yeah. I have myself whitelisted with my local
That's
police
good.
department. I went the iDubbbz route. Just be like, don't do anything. And they also know who I am for other reasons.
Oh my god, you want to talk about
but
that?
That's okay.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I can
sure,
talk about
that's-
that.
You guys want to hear how the
Yeah.
FBI came to Turkey Tom's house?
Yeah, sure, we can go over that. Yeah. So, fuck, this was like a year ago. No, fuck, I guess it was a little
Yeah.
over a year ago, but beginning of senior year of high school, it was like we had school for Thursday and Friday, then we had a weekend, and so it was that weekend, like right after school started. And the day before I'd been in class, and my friend who I won't name, but he's also had the feds visit him, and he might be listening right now. But this is they went to his house for other shit. But he had made this edit of that really infamous Columbine security footage picture.
Yeah.
Of the shooters. Yeah. So there's this picture of me when I must have been 14 or 15, but after like a cross country team dinner, we went to a gun store. And I was holding an assault rifle, and it was like a picture of me holding it and smiling. And so he edited the picture and like added film grain and all this stuff, so it looked like I was like actually in the picture, and the angle was pretty good too. So it looked like I was like one of the shooters or whatever. And so I tweeted this out, and the my like 8th Twitter account wherever I was on got suspended. And I was like, okay, fuck, well, just another day. So the next day I go to work, and I'm at work. This is when I had a job that wasn't YouTube, and my dad, he comes to work, and he was like, "Yeah, Tom, there's like feds at our house right now. What the fuck did you do, retard?" And I was like, oh, and he knew it was me. Like he was like, as soon as they were coming to the house, I knew it was something you did, dumbass. And I was like, all right. So we go to the house, and I'm like kind of shitting myself as we're pulling into the driveway because there's like 5 SUVs, and half. I don't live in a huge town, but about half the town's cops, which was I think like 15
my
of them or something,
gosh.
was at my house, along with a federal agent, and they were all like, I opened the front door, and they're all standing around like my counter talking to my mom, and she's in good standing with like law enforcement and stuff. She used to work in that kind of sector, but I walk in, the feds there. He's like, "Why don't you have a seat, Tom?" And I was like, "All right." So I sit down, and he like has this like big folder, this like vanilla envelope. He has like print-offs of all my tweets. He's like, "Why did you say this on this date?" He's like, "On this date, you said I hate most gays." I was like, I had to sit here and explain to him like.
Well,
why I
sir,
hate
if you
all
understand,
these
this is actually a meme, a meme, in fact.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was like, I was like sitting there. He was like, do you think school shootings are funny? And I was like, well, I mean, how do I explain this to you accurately? And then I like couldn't stop laughing. And then this like big like 6'5" cop with like a bald fucking head. He's got like his sunglasses on, like an earpiece, and he's like, I didn't think it was very funny. My kid goes to school with you, fuckhead.
Oh,
And I was like,
no.
Well, I hope he knows how to
And-
dodge.
Yeah, so.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, Nick.
Chill.
That's what you should
So
have
that
said, dude.
happens.
Full
I mean-
edge mode.
Dude, if I had done that, my dad probably would have fucking, I don't know.
I would have decked you if I was your
my
dad.
Yeah, the entire time my dad was like, stop fucking laughing. And I just could not stop. I thought it was so funny. But eventually they left, and they were like, just like, don't do it again. Obviously, we can't arrest you because you didn't do anything.
I
but-
think they could have.
yeah,
Yeah, if
like,
you
it's
made
not gonna be-
like, if they could have interpreted that as a threat, they could have probably done something. You
I don't think
posted
so.
A picture,
There've been a lot of
you
people
posted
who
a
have gone
picture of
through-
yourself photoshopped into Columbine.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is like there are people who have like said much worse, and the FBI will just like there's this music artist I like called Negative XP. He made this song you guys may have heard. It's called Scott Pilgrim versus the World ruined an entire
yes.
generation of women, but it's got a lot of plays. But he said the FBI go to his house like 8 times. Like they would just go back day after day and be like, please just stop, and he'd be like like they could never do anything to him, at least make like a credible threat. But I think after stuff like the Nicholas Cruz guy was making kind of like he was like making meme posts on Twitter or whatever. He was like watching Rusty Cage videos before he went and did the whole shooting. I think a lot of them are wary. You know, they don't want to be seen as the guys who let someone get away. So I think it was mostly just to kind of intimidate me and make me stop making those jokes. And to their credit, I did.
It just sounds like some white people shit.
I mean, it is some white people shit. Everyone there was white, but yeah.
I mean, the cops
So-
came to my house and an FBI agent. They just had a casual conversation with my family.
Black guy out on the road driving a nice red car or whatever gets pulled over, gun pulled out, shot in the head. Turkey Tom makes this credible threat to the safety of his school students. Everyone has a good laugh.
It was not a credible threat. It wasn't a credible threat. And by the way, I had to do like a bunch of shit with the school as well. I had to have like a psych about it.
Oh my God.
That
doesn't help
Turkey
your-
Tom with his hands behind his back in a straight jacket, just rocking back and forth, dude.
Oh my god.
I had to have like a meeting with the principal, and I think they didn't. I don't think the cops told them like exactly what I said because they didn't exactly know what the joke I made was. But they were like, "So you made some meme posts on Twitter, you know? We understand you thought they were funny, but they were actually very, very rude and insensitive. How do you feel about that?" And I was like, "Man, I'm so sorry. You know, I feel so bad. You know, I didn't want to make anyone feel scared." And so yeah, I had to do that. And then the psych evaluation was like the biggest joke ever. If I actually was like
Tom's talking to the president. Well, you
Then
seem like a
then-
sophisticated guy.
if I actually was unhinged, it would be the biggest like failure ever because they were just like so you made this tweet. How do you feel about it? And I was like, bad. And they were like, all right, I think we're about done here.
How did that make you
folks.
feel? Sir,
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, they were like, I think they asked me if I was depressed, and I was like, I mean, I guess
Are you-
not.
Turkey
I don't
Tom,
know.
are you
And then they were like,
depressed?
all right, that's it.
Sometimes I
No.
am sad.
You just have to say you're okay, but you're not okay. It's not okay. But yeah.
So John Swan, have you
so-
ever experienced anything like that in Australia?
Look, I'm hearing all of this. I'm desperately trying to think of a situation where you would make a joke like that and have feds come to your house, and I just cannot. I cannot think of a situation where that would happen.
Well, you guys don't have like you guys don't.
Well,
have
No,
hold on.
I mean that could also be.
See,
I mean, I don't blame the. I've heard some people be like, you know, because I've told people the story. They'd be like, "Well, why would they come to your house? That's ridiculous." And it's like, well, no, I understand why they did.
So-
like, I don't. I'm not like,
I,
well, what the
I don't
fuck's
have
wrong
a story
with
that's like identical to like Tom's or whatever about myself, but I do have one from somebody else. Am I allowed to tell that?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's
please do.
I mean, I
ahead.
don't think the person will be really upset with me because, well, personally, I don't think they'll be listening. But a friend of mine, a nice Catholic boy,
Oh,
went to work one
Hey.
day, and people were asking him like, "Oh, dude, I heard what happened to your dad," and he's just like, "Yeah, you know, it's whatever." And he just kept going on with his day, doing his job or whatever. They're like, "Do you need the day off?" He's like, No, I'm good, whatever. Okay, no problem. And everyone just was wondering what was going on with him and stuff like that. And eventually he went home for the day. Well, this is because my friend woke up in the morning to go take a piss in the middle of the night, you know, as most men do. Got it to go urinate around 2 a.m. And then he was staring down the barrel of a M4
oh,
from a team of people and who were just pointing at him, going, "Shh, like don't say anything, be quiet." And then they stormed into his house. They apprehended his father, apparently. And then all of a sudden they just hear it's on the news. People are they're interviewing the neighbors. This is like a huge deal because apparently his dad was trying to human traffic prostitutes.
oh,
Yo,
And everyone was just like,
Oh, I remember you
babes?
telling me.
Yeah, everyone
this
was
story,
just like, dude. Like all the articles about this is like Catholic family of 4 born again Christians, father arrested for like attempting to traffic prostitutes or whatever. Apparently he wasn't very good at it because they kept like escaping and rolling out on the highway. They like found zip ties and shit in his house and stuff like that.
oh no.
Now this is the crazy part. Like
Wait, so this is
Okay,
someone you
hold
knew
on,
in real
hold on.
life?
I'm getting there. So they start knocking on his neighbor's door, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's such a good guy! I never thought this could have happened. You really don't know your neighbors and stuff like that." Meanwhile, my friend has the same name as his dad, so I think he changed his name and stuff like that. I don't know if you're familiar with New York, but they think he's like the Gilgo Beach murderer. Like, there's hypotheticals about if he's actually the person who's been like killing people for 10 years, but that's not proven, obviously. So now I'm going to tell you how I know this person. As you know, I've been a fraternity, right? On a fraternity.
Is this information you want to put out? Like, I'm a little.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I don't care. So I'm in a fraternity, right?
Okay.
And we had something called Hell Night when we were pledging, where we had to do a one-night pledge event or whatever. And part of that was being blindfolded and zip-tied in somebody's basement for about an hour. That was part of the night.
Oh, nice.
We could probably gather whose basement
epic.
it was.
And it was his basement. So I was blindfolded and zip-tied in an alleged sex trafficker's basement.
Oh, no.
So I went up to the guy who ran the event like a year later now, after all this has come out, and I'm like, dude, that was the most hardcore pledging process I think I've ever been in. I doubt any of these new kids are going to get trapped in a sex trafficker's basement. And the dude's face went completely white, bro. Oh my god.
No.
Wait, so was that? Did
Yeah,
that happen
I knew his
before the
dad.
whole-
I shook the man's hand. He made us food.
no.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, it
no.
was crazy or whatever. And then all of a sudden he just gets arrested. I don't know. And oh Jesus Christ! I hope he's innocent.
Dude, that's
I hope
crazy.
he's
You
innocent.
could have been
Free
one of
my
them.
dude.
Well, listen, very
Is this
compelling.
recent?
John Swan, our special guest here. Do you got anything to follow that up with? Anything kind of close to that?
No, I do not. I've never.
Okay, I'll go next.
Yeah, please
So in
do.
Afghanistan, we had this kill order on this guy. Right? no, just
Yeah.
kidding.
Oh,
Wait,
damn.
I want to hear about the guy.
I'm scared up.
No, we're escalating in stories now. Nick's like, this story is kind of related.
Not at all.
related
It's
at all.
not
It's
even a
interesting
little
to hear.
bit.
No.
Well, no, we went to Turkey
No.
Tom. It
It's
went
still
from
interesting to
John
hear,
to
though.
Tom to me. We're in natural progression. The feds came. The
Okay, so-
thing in the
so
middle
Vega-
of it was
Vega
the feds came
escalated.
to both people's houses.
Exactly. So Vega, what do you got?
Nobody. I'm a good Christian boy.
Well, for $5 in the members only podcast, you can.
You can hear.
I'll kill whoever you want me to kill.
For $50, for $50, we will hire Vega to get rid of
Your problems.
Yo, Vega will.
personality of your
Yo,
voice.
guys, for $50 on Patreon, Vega will assassinate your videos. You can send them in, and we'll all review them, and it'll be great, dude. Vega will gun them down.
Exactly. They'll snap their neck.
Oh man. So, John,
$50
I do have
we'll
a question
review
for you
your
before
post
we,
if-
I
yeah.
think, wrap this one up. How did it feel, honestly, to blow up the way you did after so long? What are your thoughts on that, and what would you tell any aspiring content creator?
Damn, that's a deep question, bro. It's getting into the nitty gritty. Yeah, it happened really fast, like much faster than I expected. It was kind of like I don't know if
For those who don't know, John jumped from like I want to say it was like 2,000 subs.
It was
to like,
okay. It
what
was
is
8K.
150,000.
It was 8K.
I thought it was
Yeah,
like 10,
excuse the
yeah.
fuck out of
Like 10
you.
to like 100.
8,000, bro.
It was,
Okay?
Yeah, it was 8K to 100K, and I think like 2 months. Like it was like
That's
big.
mental.
It was
Crazy.
Susie Lou
And
and
that
Chris
was all over
Hansen,
the Susie
and
Lou
at the
stuff,
same
right?
time as the Chris Hansen video, the Minecraft video
Okay.
also took off. So it was like 3 videos all at once. They kind of
Right.
like boom. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it kind of just
And
all
that's
blew
it.
up at once, and I grew super quickly. But yeah, I don't know. It was amazing to kind of have that happen so fast, and yeah, I'm full time
Right.
now, full time YouTuber. Moved out of the parents' stronghold about 2 months ago, so I'm like completely independent, no longer leeching. But yeah, it's quite something to have happen. I don't know. I suppose just keep your head. Make sure you don't get too full of yourself, because otherwise you'll start becoming an asshole.
What would you say to the people who
Well,
are
small
small
and
who are
aspiring?
aspiring to be big
Quit.
like you?
Yeah,
What's your advice?
well,
Yeah.
thank you, Nick. Different. Yeah, please.
Don't give us
please
competition.
Stop now. No. Differentiate yourself enough from your competition. You have to do something better than someone else in order to get there.
Can I add something to that really quickly?
Please do.
As someone who is also not blown up, when you say differentiate yourself, I just want to clarify. John doesn't mean look at a YouTuber like John or Turkey Tom and do the exact opposite. That's what people seem to think differentiate means.
yeah.
It's like like, you know what? I see what John does. All right, John's doing what he does well, so I'm gonna do the opposite. No. You have to take some things that John and Tom and, like, I don't know, Ethan and all these big YouTube Diesel Patches, even Optimus, even though it's not like exactly similar to what John makes. There are things these creators do that help, like, push them into the algorithm, and you're supposed to try to, like, pick and choose. There's nothing wrong with being inspired by somebody. There's nothing wrong with looking at the videos that they make and thinking, hey, I can do that too, but better. But make sure better is actually better. Like, I see a lot of people who want to enter a gaming community, a gaming group, whatever, and they watch Dream, and they're like, dude, Dream would be so good, bro, if he didn't tell you that 25% of the people who watched his videos are active subscribers. And everyone's just like, yeah, dude, I hate that. That's like the worst 3 seconds of the video. Let me remove that. But in reality, that works. That's why these people do it. The reason Ali A had like a little clip and then a loud intro, which was annoying to some people, is because for about 3 years, that really worked. Everyone did it. And a lot of people take differentiate your content as remove that entirely, and you can't.
No, you have to take the best elements of the creators that you watch and enjoy and incorporate it into your own content. For me personally, like in the beginning of when I was starting to edit stuff, like I was like editing for Tro, editing some of my own shit. I looked at channels that I like the editing of. I brought the videos into Premiere, and I like tried to figure out how to like emulate the effects that I saw. And so that my editing in the beginning was like copies of other people, but over time it kind of became my own thing.
And
right.
And
now it's templates you download.
And here's the deal. That's actually super interesting because most people never have an opportunity like this. You have a very similar style to what Tro does, I would say. Like in terms of like, I would make the comparison that you're a competitor of Tro. Would you agree?
You could say that. Yeah.
He's a highly edited video person covering.
Yeah.
He kind of covers more retrospectives, whereas you're like topic based, I would say, and you'll cover stuff that's recent or old
Tro and Jay Aubrey are both like kind of my. Maybe I'm more similar to Jay Aubrey.
Like on
maybe
celebrities now.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But
I think you're probably in between.
Yeah, you're kind of in between there. But here's the deal: you got like most people's editing history is their channel. Like if you look at my video, you can see the first video I ever edited to like the newest video I ever edited. Your editing history as you got better is in like Tro's videos. So people who watch like stuff similar to what you make kind of already were familiar with who you are and what you make because they were watching other people for like things you've edited. So it was probably like they're probably like, wow, this guy's as good as Tro. Yeah. Meanwhile, you edited Tro's video.
Yeah. I did do a lot of editing for Tro.
So like the voice was foreign, but you were not.
Yes.
Yeah, for my editing, I personally, what I would do is just like basically watch what other people were doing.
Yeah.
For a while, I think I was just copying it until I kind of like, as you go through the process of editing your own videos, you'll think like, oh, it would be cool if I did that or did this. And you kind of pick up on your own little.
I've used the veil of parody for like a lot. I think parody. I like parody. I think it's funny. I convinced John to make our newest video title a parody of Nerd City's video without him even realizing it.
It's satire. It's satire.
No, because like I don't know, I like that. I like incorporate. Like I don't want to be like stealing shit from people, like willy nilly and all that stuff. Like then you get caught, you look like an asshole. I'd rather like openly fucking take something and then make it ironic. You know what I mean? Like if I don't know what to do for something, I like using parody because then it doesn't feel like you're actually stealing from somebody. It seems like it's kind of like playing into something. There's like a wider narrative, and I don't know. I find that I like that shit. I would love if people did that shit about me. Which is why like all my avatars are like an obvious Keemstar parody, an obvious Alex parody, like an obvious fucking Nerd City parody.
I love it too. A lot of people do that for me, which is very flattering, even when they hate me. I like it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Editing for sure is like I've taken inspiration from so many different people at this point. Like my editing is kind of like a mishmash of like maybe 5 or 6 different people. And it's kind of, right.
It's kind
of all into there. But yeah, that's what I'd say. Upcoming creators, take the best parts of creators you enjoy, put them together, and do it better. Yes, it's difficult. It's not easy to do that. But I suppose that's why people do well. Like they do something that's really good. Not to say Not to say that,
Right,
John
okay.
Swan is best content. Obviously, there are other ways to do it, and there are other ways. Obviously, not everyone has to make commentary videos. Not everyone has to make highly edited commentary videos. But that's the way I think that I was managed to reach the way that goes so quickly. So yeah, that's what my advice would be.
All right, thank you everyone for listening to the Half Baked Podcast. Thank you to our special guest, John Swan. Also, if you guys want to listen to a Patreon exclusive podcast, go over to our Patreon, join up there. We have a bunch of tiers there you guys can sign up for, and Discord exclusive to this podcast. So go and sign up for that if you guys can and want to support the podcast. All right, thank you. We'll see you next time.